My name is Joe McKaig, and I'm the pastor at Decatur Baptist Church in Decatur, Alabama. I've served here for about the last almost 5 years, and had the occasion to meet Dwayne more recently, and he gave me a copy of his book, He, We, They, and just a devotional that leads you through the Lord's Prayer. And for me personally, although I've been aware of the Lord's Prayer, prayed the Lord's Prayer, used it as a model before, but just the unique presentation of the book really helped me in my own personal life as I daily fellowship with the Lord, just to start my time with reverence to Him and hallowing His name and being reminded of who He is, and then, of course, in light of that, surrendering to Him and bringing my needs before Him and knowing that He is all I really need, and then turning my attention away from myself and looking to the kingdom. And so as it impacted my life and my prayer life, and I felt like my relationship with the Lord grew so much, I wanted to expose the membership of my church to that, obviously. And so we have a house of prayer meeting that we've been doing for a number of years on Wednesday nights. And so for this summer, we changed it to School House of Prayer. And so we took 5 weeks in the summer and have walked through the book and just encouraged everyone weekly to read and do the journaling and then come together and we just pray together, and we break it down by 5 days. And so for me, the value of He, We, They has been in my own life, seeing my relationship with the Lord be impacted, and the development, the growth, and the intimacy of my relationship with the Lord being increased, and then to see that expanded throughout our church, to see our congregation not only experience that greater intimacy individually and on their own, but to come together as a body and pray together through the Lord's Prayer. And it's just been really, really a great summer for us and been very impactful on the life of our church. I would encourage any pastor to get the book yourself, read it, but then it's so very practical to lead your people through it, for them to take a 5-week period of time, and that's 5 days a week. It's so relative and practical in the lives of your people, and then if possible, and I would encourage you to bring them together and let them pray together. It's so, I think prayer is one of those things that's better caught than taught. You learn by doing, and so certainly we pray alone, and we should, but we also should pray corporately. The majority of the prayers in the scriptures, it's interesting to me that, and I've noticed this through He, We, They, that every pronoun in the Lord's Prayer is plural. And the indication to me is that we pray this together, and we pray for one another. And so, I would encourage any pastor to get the books, to make them available to your people. We got them, and we prorated it a little bit. We paid for some of it, let the people pay for some of it. Wanted them to have some skin in the game, but wanted everybody to be accessible to everyone. And I think that we're seeing the fruits of that. So we went through 5 weeks going through the book, and then we're going to go through another 4 or 5 weeks just praying, just following that format. We'll start with He, vertical prayer, and then we'll talk about we, just personal and praying for one another's needs, and then we'll turn our attention toward kingdom needs and pray for those that are outside of us. And I think if there's something that's missing in the church today, it's prayer. And I think this is a great tool to bring it back to your church and to get your people praying again, get back in love with Jesus and an intimacy with their relationship with God. And I just think it's a great resource. Yeah, super great resource. Recommend it to anyone.